The science that we bring into the process is by taking a look at 7 different dimensions of intercultural life and finding the places where the biggest gaps occur. So, for example, if we have a client who's working in the United States where hierarchy is a little bit less of a concern, in other words, people work kind of cross-functionally and across all the different levels of the organization, we find that when they move to a country that has very strong hierarchy, for example, a country that perhaps had forced military service or something along those lines, those folks tend to wait for the boss to say go before they go. This makes brainstorming different. This makes collaboration different. And oftentimes, no matter what style you're used to, you're going to come up against a style that's very different than what you know. Many times, what we found in our advisory board comments is that when they find resistance, they double down on what's not working. In other words, they just pour more gas onto whatever is not working, which compounds the problem even more. And the understanding level between the team and the individual suffers. So hierarchy is a big issue. Long-term orientation, whereas many Western cultures and Western companies are focused on what they can deliver for the next quarter, many countries focus on what can be delivered in the next 5 years, 7 years, and 10 years. So oftentimes the sense of urgency is off track and a little bit off kilter between team and expatriate leader. Another one of those is just the individuality of Western culture, and especially in the North American realm where we all want to stand out and we all want to thrive and look independent. And whereas that's seen as a little bit off-putting in some societies, and that impacts how teams interact and collaborate and work together. So we take a scientific approach and we really try to map out where you are in your upbringing in the country that you came from and where the host country is. And we try to see if there's a gap of this big, then we don't really worry about that particular attribute. But if there's a sizable gap, then we really do focus on that and drill down on what the problems are. And 90% of the time, the complaints that come back from the team or the complaints that come back from the individual are related to the ones that have the biggest gaps.